How's it going, everybody? It is now Wednesday. Between chopping corn here, my dad is not here today, so I decided I'll go to work. We got a bunch of chicken manure. We got our big spreader we're renting. Holds about 10 ton, 7130. It takes about, we weighed the buckets out, and it's about 1,200 pounds per bucket. So I can put about 10, 11 buckets in. You know, some buckets are maybe 800 pounds. So this is what we're working on today. We'll get some action shots of this going. It is, it's something to see. We got 3 loads here in front of us. It's about 1/3 of a load holds this. So you can do 3 loads to 1 tractor trailer load of this. You can get done in a hurry. What I use with my tractor is somebody else's rented spreader, and it's like 6 loads to 1 tractor trailer. It works good. My tractor cannot hold that. Absolutely not. Here we are loaded. You can see what we got out basically from right there. You could knock out a good pile. That was a little taller there, but you can see I'm only 5'3" or so, maybe like 7 foot. It's awfully tall. Let's go a little bit there. The door set to 6.5 inches here. This is a hydraulic driven, which is it should be backwards. That should be PTO driven, and that should be hydraulic driven. That's the one that I use. But the beater, or the chain's PTO, so you gotta shut it off on every corner. This is how you adjust your height. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty simple. You just kind of go. I gotta reverse my hydraulic remotes here. I want these up here. This one doesn't float very well, so yeah, there's a full load. And there you go, 11 minutes. I got chicken shit all over my screen, but I did it for you guys, so be grateful of that. So we're all ready to go. Load it up, nice. Probably gonna be the last load for the day. I gotta leave at 5:15 or so. Well, here we are in the field. It's kind of hard to tell how far it'll spread on camera, but I am spreading far. I mean, they said 50 feet. I'm getting them in a good 60 feet. I was spreading by the roadside earlier. I was well away from the road, and I was still throwing at the road. I wasn't throwing like crazy amount, but I noticed this stuff's a little bit different consistency. I don't really know how you can say that, but this stuff's like a little drier. So I don't know if it's throwing as far as the other stuff was, but I can still see it throwing it pretty good. We're trying to do a ton to the acre. So you figure I put 11 buckets in, I could do 11 acres, give or take, you know, maybe 10, maybe 12. There's no perfect number on this thing. Kind of just need to know what you're doing, and I don't. If you do, good for you. I just kind of hopped in this thing this morning and kind of agreed, me and my boss, we'll get it done. So we'll see how it looks in a couple weeks. I've never done a full application on chicken manure. We've heard good things before about it, so it's willing to try it. We have some time right now. I wouldn't say we have time. We're trying to get a million things done, but we have a minute now, or we could get it. So everything lined up, so we'll see how this works out in the spring. Maybe we won't ever do a fall manure spreading again, but we can give it a shot at least. How's it going, everybody? It is now Friday. I think it is the 19th, possibly. We are hauling liquid manure with the Magnum 7120 at work. We'll get some clips of this thing running. I know you guys have seen it before, but we've been hauling a bunch of manure lately, so it's pretty interesting to see. We got a lot of acres spread. I've done 8 loads already this morning, so I started about 7 or so. Had to get this thing hooked up and greased. This field's done. Whole bunch down here, whole bunch on the hill. We're spreading solid manure over here. We're gonna go over this again with chicken manure pretty soon. So a lot of manure to be spread here pretty soon. This field's a little small, so it should be spread in like a load and a half. I might even have to back down the center of it, just to finish it off. But yep, nice and small. It's like an acre and a half, maybe 2 acres. But produces pretty well. You can see the grass is still pretty high. That'd be for 6 cutting, I think, over here. So, yeah, nothing too crazy going on. Just kind of spreading along. Here we are. I'm backing the tanker up down the center of this strip. Just to get a full coverage here. It should fit quite perfectly, actually. Spread pattern. Might be like a foot or so off, but not too terrible. We'll get this little bit knocked out. We got one field to finish on the outside edge. Another small field, and should be about quitting time by then, I'm imagining. But going until 12. We gotta run down to Connecticut today, so. Well, that's handy. It's about perfect. Maybe a little bit under. Maybe missing a little bit over there. Maybe a little overlap there. We'll see what I can do. I'm not coming back going crazy over here. This is mostly just get this field to a little bit better than it does already. Favoring a little bit too much. It's tough. My back window is not very clean. I should probably clean it for you guys, but. Run out for the end. They're on a little heavier. Be nice and quite good. I don't think we're going to. Dang it. Oh, it's fed right to the barway, so there you go. So here we are filling up. Quieter. I can only run at half throttle right now because, as you can see, we got a little bit of leak up there. If you go very much more, yeah. You can just imagine, it's a fountain of youth. So, run at half throttle. It fills up in about 4-ish minutes or so. Here's I think it's a GEA. Well, it's a little rusty. We replaced about, I think, like 6 lines on this thing this year, and you can look at these ones. I mean, they are pretty crusty. But you know what? It's the job done. It's not one of those things you use every single day. When you use it pretty hard. So what I'll do is I'll agitate the first like 4 or 5 loads. And once it's agitated, it's basically good for the day. pump will do everything for me. The little fan spinner thing back there. I'm not no manure hauling guru, but this is just kind of what I know. So, all I do is I take that stuff there, I put it in there, and I put it on fields. I'm pretty good at it, I think. Well, it's just another day in paradise. We are slinging on a custom job today for the neighbor. This is load number 2. I'm using my spreader today. As you can see, 44. Crop adjuster came out yesterday, and we should be good to go for chopping the rest of the corn. The last 6 passes. Unfortunately, it got over an inch of rain this weekend, so out of commission right now with that. I got a couple loads of hay going down to Connecticut this week. As you do, Wednesday and Thursday. Today's now Monday. Tomorrow I'd like to get some equipment power wash. We could possibly think about chopping corn tomorrow. It would be nice. I just want to get it over with. Gotta order some fuel here today, but we're spreading right along. The second gear coming all the way down, and I'm just running basically everything off the third gear. Speeding up pretty fast and good. So, yeah, we're putting the free manure spreader to work. And you're gonna say free? Wow, I think must be a jalopy. She ain't pretty, she ain't fancy, she ain't new. You know what? She slings poo. As you can see, I mean, it's throwing out a little bit of clumps. There's a little bit of hay you can see winging out there. Other than that, if you look nice and close, it's just all little BBs manure. I love this spreader. It does a fantastic job for what it is. Might not hold a lot, but you know what? It does a really good job. It's not like it's throwing out hay clumps or wads. You gotta come back and fork them around and mess around with the stuff. You kind of just, you can leave it. It'll disintegrate all winter. Well, not disintegrate, it'll deteriorate and go into the ground. Good for the soil. It's not just going to kill the grass. So, hopefully people are happy with this spreader. For the job that it does. I'm not going for straight lines here, as you can see, but I'm just going for a good coverage on the whole field. There's not a ton, so I'd like to get it out, but make it so it's worth it. I know we put manure down sometimes, and you put it down light. It does a good job. It helps the ground, but you don't see the difference. So I think I'm at that good borderline where you'll notice there's a difference. You know there's some manure spread here. The ground isn't great. You can see there's quite a bit of weeds. A little bit of grass. We do, where I work, we do fields over there. All up on this hill here. There's one over there too. So I know this is ground. I've never done this field. This is the only work I've done in this field, but yeah, we actually were running the discs all around on this property here. So that's where you might have seen some of these views. You can see it's spreading a little heavier now. Now we're getting to the back. It just relies on chains, and they just go around on a circle. Beats it right out of this thing. So does a nice job. You can see it's putting it down a little heavier. I can probably shift it up to the end of the row here.